his teammates. So I feel like for Wildcard, they need to play on very high tempo. And even though in the last game, there were some things that happened here and there, I feel like some of their laning capabilities weren't as high as I would have liked them to be. And in this game, they kind of need to, again, they want to play on high tempo. You have an offlane Nature's Prophet, you have a mid Invoker. We don't know yet if he's going to go Quasi-X, X-Sword or Wex Invoker, and how it's going to go. But yeah, Wildcard, I need them to do well in lanes. They need to tempo up the game. If they don't, I think eventually DogChamp, it's just going to be too easy to play their heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a very interesting matchup here between these two teams. Yeah, they already talked about it on panel as well, but Alone's going to be playing from a LAN cafe, so we'll see what kind of effect that has on the man.
Some people strive when they get put into hard situations. And maybe, I don't know, perhaps 1 or 2 years ago, maybe he played from there every day. Maybe it's second home, maybe it's his home.
I miss the days.
Who am I to judge?
I miss the days of the LAN cafe.
I don't. I never had LAN cafe days, so.
Oh, no.
I mean, only if we, traveled somewhere. Hold that!
Oh, that's a big rebound from MSS.
Into nothing. Into the tree end.
It was amazing, though.
It was pretty cool.
Very pretty.
3-man stunts always get everyone a little hyped up. MSS getting clapped by Yuma just once or twice. Drops him a high five.
Oh,
beautiful.
That is beautiful. He even quells the tree line just to make it. Yuma. Anyway, let's start with the mid lane, shall we? You're going to have Alone on that mid Invoker against RCY on the mid Puck. What are you thinking? Because Alone last game around had a really rough time on the mid Keeper of the Light. What do you think happens this time around?
Well, I need him to do better. I feel like he should have done better in the last matchup. Perhaps he was lagging. We'll see now if he's going to do better. Should be a totally fine matchup for both of them. I think they're both just going to be farming it up. I think the more levels you get on Invoker, the better you should be doing, because you end up getting a lot of HP regions, so you can just trade just a little better than the Puck here.
Okay. We'll see how it pans out. Side lanes, of course. Bottom lane, you're going to have Lil Nick and MSS against Yuma and Blood D9. I mean, Lil Nick maybe does okay here against the Slark. Is this a favorable matchup for the side of Wildcard down at the bot lane?
It should be. If you ever catch Bloody 9 out of position as well, he can just die with a rebound into dispose with maybe some tree and blocks. And if you don't get any kills, Lil Nick should be able to just outlast hit Yuma. But in order for that to happen, you need to hit your spells.
Right.
So from now on, MSS, he'll be getting back to the 3-man rebounds against 2 heroes, no problem.
RCY almost going down, Alone being very aggressive with the early cold snap combos.
Don't you love RCY's inventory? When it looks like this? You click your mid laner, and it looks like that at 150.
That's a very concerning sign, but Alone, he's okay. He's
Stick and Fairy Fire, so it's all good. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's an expert. Meanwhile, never mind. I thought bottom lane there was going to be a bit of action.
He's dead on Marcy. Look, he's dead. Oh, never mind. He lived.
He's okay. There is a... Oh, rebounded. Yuma, he's okay. There is a rotation from Sammy. Looks like he's just maybe protecting that water rune here for Alone, RCY. I mean, he could just go for it, but...
He's trying to really bait him here. He's ganking that water rune. He kills it even. What a monster.
Wow.
Oh, we missed it.
Meanwhile, Lil Nick does end up finding Yuma.
He died at the tier 1. Okay. Maybe some auto attack followed him into the tower. Anyway, last play for Wildcard. They definitely need this one.
Yeah, it's a nice pick-off. How's that top lane going? Yuar and Sunlight against each other here. The Wraith versus DP matchup with Sammy on the Rubik and, of course, Flea on the Pos 4 Primal Beast. I mean, I believe they chose this Pos 4 Primal Beast just in case Yuar was going for the Pos 1 Prophet again.
No, that's definitely true. And it helps to play with the DP. But I would say that it should be fine for the Wraith King. If you ever do get in trouble, you can always just pop your skeletons to push out the lane. But I'll say it's going to be a very farm-intensive lane. I wouldn't expect really too much to happen. Just
here we go.
Yeah, War's dead.
As soon as he hits level 2, they move in with the Onslaught. The Trample, not quite in range, but Yuar's still going to drop. Sunlight gets it done.
Well, maybe it's just not a fine lane. I do think he should not have died in that particular situation. But now it's definitely going to get a lot worse.
Just not expecting the onslaught there from Flea. And well, Flea literally, as soon as he hits level 2, commits it.
Yep.
Seeing the opening, massive pick off there for the side of DogChamp. Yeah, 1-1 so far. Pretty even game between these two teams. Seems like Lil Nick overall is having the absolute best time as bot lane. Bloody 9 once again disposed up, is going to be in huge trouble. One more click would do it. And they do get him, but they might give some edgy away. Yuma going after MSS. The sidekick not going to be enough. Yuma able to pick up a kill on his own terms.
Yep, that's pretty good for him. The more levels you can get on the Slark, the better, really, because there might end up this weird timing where you're going to stay level 5 for a long time as you just get out CS, and then it's just kind of lame. But once you hit 6, you can keep fogging back and forth, push out the lanes. You're going to be happy. So Bloody Nine's going to come back to the lane. I think a lot of it is going to be on Flea in this early game. Can he get another kill top? Can he maybe rotate mid on the coil? Quasvex Invoker, not the easiest hero to be ganked, that's for sure. But all of this early game movement is going to have to come out from this Primal Beast.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying his best not to soak any XP here off Sunlight either. Like, Sunlight now level 4 on the DP. Trying to give him the best possible start he can, as Sammy's he's got to be very careful. Flea didn't seem like he had the best vision on the Rubik. Meanwhile, Yawa's the one pulling the small camp. Sammy's just soaking XP in the meantime here in this top lane.
Yeah, overall just, you know, sometimes it doesn't really matter what role you are. You just need to accomplish a play, which is pull.
Right.
Sometimes the core needs to body so the support can do it. Maybe Sammy Boy was like, you know, I can just take the XP here. You're already closer to the pull. You can go get it off. So good job from them to kind of help each other.
Here we go again. Siphon's out. Sammy's going to be okay. Flea doesn't bother popping the onslaught. Just clicks the trample instead. You know, MSS, he did try to make a rotation towards that mid lane, but he's going back down towards the bottom side now as Yuma is wrapping around here onto Lil Nick. Should have an easy pounce target, but doesn't end up going for it, seeing that MSS was making his way over. In fact, Reb is out. Disposed there. Yuma, that's a lot of damage being taken, and with the blocks out from these treants, oh, Yuma's in trouble, he's gone.
Ooh, damn. So I kind of understand that they want to go aggressive on the Nature's Prophet, but MSS just has a very nice timing to get back there, as we have a bit of a fight on the rune. Active rune not going to be picked up by RCY here.
Semi takes it himself. See what he can make happen with that, as he does end up TPing down towards the bottom lane. See if they can find the Slark again, make him do the walk of shame. It'd be massive here for Wildcard. Not the easiest pick off, but we've seen them do it before.
That's a lot of pressure on the tier 1. A lot of treants with the siege. Who's TPing here? It is Flea on the primal.
They need all the help they can get right now. Last word onto Lil Nick. Onslaught is going to connect just barely, and with the trample, it's a plenty amount of damage as they even get the pounce off.
Oh.
More TP rotations, Lil Nick.
Nice tornado.
Finally going down. RCY will secure the kill. So everyone just showing up down to the bot lane, but it does end up panning out in the favor of DogChamp this time around.
They do get the Nature's Prophet, which is a big kill. He's by far top net perf of the game, but Yawar is being left alone up top. Sunlight is not... He is getting closer to his level 6, so they might need some help up here, as MSS is now reinforcing. Very good timing.
That he is. MSS going to show up, rebound. Lil Nick even teleporting in, and Sunlight, he's going to try and siphon his way out of this one. It's a lot of heal incoming, but nowhere near enough. Wildcard able to find a massive pick here at the top lane. And there's going to be no kind of rebuttal either from DogChamp. They aren't able to find another trade across the map.
No, that's definitely very good there, as Lil Nick can also just use his TP scroll to get to the bottom lane, return there. Tower also did die, so Yuma for now is going to have to, you know, farm the jungle, go back to the lane, farm jungle, go back to the lane. Not quite level 6 just yet, but Wildcard off to a pretty good start. As we can see, all of their 3 cores, top of the net worth right now.
That they are. Wildcard looking for revenge after that game 1, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they nearly actually even ended up winning that game.
That they did. MSS. Oh, CY not gonna... Well, it doesn't actually have the coil to throw out, so can't really do too much about the arcane rune being stolen. You're gonna appreciate the fact that they have not allowed RCY to have any power runes as well.
No, they're definitely doing a way better job this time around. First of all, Alone has done a better job in his lane. The support seem to be more aware of the active runes and taking that away. As Yuma, he's just patiently waiting for the lane to be pushed into him, that he can farm it there, get closer to his level 6, because right now, his net worth is suffering a lot on the Slark.
Mid lane, they're trying to make the rebound play in. The lift is there. Oh, they've got him. Sammy with the lift up, making sure they can secure RCY, as now Lil Nick gonna rotate in. They even have the Meteor Hammer on Alone. And that tier 1 mid tower, it is gonna melt. Meanwhile, top lane, Yawa
Skills his ult.
Does have to reincarnate.
Okay.
He's gonna go for the TP out. Exo's going, but it's not enough damage. And while that's happening, the mid-tier one's gone.
That was pretty good. He delays the top push. In the meantime, they get the mid tower. There was a very nicely used Wrath of Nature earlier to end up killing RCY with the lift. So, yeah, I would say Wildcard, you know, they had some good time to talk things through, and they're executing it right now.
They certainly are. 4 to 5, 2k advantage the way of Wildcard. They're just going to keep this up. RCY will spot a few out. Wildcard won't see him though. Well, in fact, they did. Had the ward on the high ground, but won't make the play in onto the puck. Instead, towards top lane they go.
Okay.
So you'd much rather just pick off Sunlight if you can, but there's so many supports here on the side of DogChamp.
I mean, if they can hold this top tower, it is pretty big for Wildcard, as Sammy does run into a couple of friends. Good lift.
Cancel the onslaught off. Sunlight's going to move in. Sammy is okay. He's got Alone there to back him up with the Tornado Meteor Hammer. Everything in a ladder. Now the rebound out from MSS. Landing onto the DP as Sunlight is going to go down to the Wrath of Nature, but here comes Flea, just trampling all over everyone with RCY. Can they at least find the puck? It doesn't really seem like it. And even Flea gets out scot-free as RCY. He's still got no TP available. That's the thing, so Alone. He knows this.
He's hunting.
He's going to have a look around. Orb is there. Cold Snap committed. RCY will jaunt, but Yuwa is right behind him. Tornado is not going to land. He's still running.
Oh.
No, Nick now. All back down towards the south. He's going to commit, and I believe he's fine.
Damn, that was definitely some max range jaunt right there.
It really was.
Really took his time on that one. Really nicely done. Just a very long fight overall. Like, again, Wrath of Nature was used pretty nicely to end up getting the DP kill, but then a little bit of an overplay. RCY gets to end up joining the fight. A couple of kills come out, and I don't know how, but he made it out alive.
That's crazy maneuvering here from our puck. I mean, Wildcard, they're still having a great old time, though. Like, Bill Nick's still top of the net worth board. Alone right behind him. It's just a matter of whether they can keep the pressure up, though. Like, you're all off to a great start, but you've got to really maintain that here for Wildcard's end of things.
I mean, Yuma is getting to recover with what's happening right now. I'm not sure if he was involved in the last fight, I don't think so. But all the time, the lanes just get pushed into him. He's kind of been left alone the last couple of minutes, ever since he's hit level 6. And he's really getting a lot of gold, a lot of XP for Wildcard. They want to continue to really pressure up the game. They're getting closer to Lil Nick's Ags, and they're going to want to really keep using that.
Yeah, for sure. Yuma has been spotted. Everyone around from Wildcard, apart from Yuaz, they are going to pop a smoke. Line's being drawn right towards Sunlight at the top lane, so it seems like they're going to try and settle for the DP kill instead. Not that it's a bad kill at all. He's actually the top net worth on the side of DogChamp at the moment.
I don't know if they should be getting this kill realistic. He already took your tower, but let's see. He's still lingering around with the Exo. Is backing off a little bit as Bloody Nine is here.
Yep,
Might just take it.
And will. Let his DP get out of there. So Wildcard, I mean, it's a big rotation. They only really find themselves a +5 silencer.
Yeah. I think I feel like this does happen in some games where I think you shouldn't smoke to where the heroes are. You should go to where they're going to be. And also, first of all, he already took your tower. And I feel like it takes you so long to really get from bottom to the top side. But okay, you know, it already happened. They did get a support kill out of it. It allowed them to regain a little bit of their map control, at least in terms of the jungle. And I mean, Lil Nick's net worth is definitely one thing to be looked at in this game. He is going to have this Aghanims completed now. I hope he can continue to scale, because when you have this mid-invoker, which is Quas Wex, you definitely want to have a secondary carry on the offlane.
That you do. Wildcard, I mean, things are slowing down just a little bit. Lil Nick still top of the net worth board. Does have the Ags up now, but... And like you said, Yuma catching up slowly but surely. Sunlight still doing pretty well in the net worth department himself, going right into those Guardian Greaves and almost has those completely up.
I mean, there might be a little bit fantasy points, baby. 14 on Lil Nick, at least for now.
Yeah.
One thing when the map opens up this way where both teams kill each other's tier 1 tower as they're trying to catch someone. Like, the map is very open now. Like, people can start playing this top lane all the way, the bottom lane. So the map gets, like, very wide in a way. And Wildcard they don't have the best catch. It's like, you need a level 1 lift or maybe some random route from the Nature's Prophet or like a Cold Snap Tornado. So it can become really hard for you to try and catch these heroes on the map, like these Pucks and the Slarks there. They're really evasive. As for now, I like what they're doing bottom. Treants on the tower, Meteor Hammer as well. Lots of pressure.
They are. Yuma's actually moving in. It seems like he wants to try and fight with this Echo Saber up. Still seems fairly dangerous for the poor guy.
They did ping out the ward, at least with the Shadow Dance, so we'll see if they do end up finding it. Beautiful haste animation on Marcy. Love to see it. He's gonna root her on indeed. Do find the ward. There's a tornado.
Yuma, stunned up, is going to be okay. Meanwhile, Call is there. In the meantime, they have got Sammy, and they might just have MSS. He's trying to fight back, but he can't quite do it yet. Alone was dusted, by the way. So Flea, he has onslaught in 5 seconds, just trying to keep the vision on Alone. RCY, he'll be there with the slow from the Witchblade. They should have him. They'll pounce him up and take him out. That's a pretty big team fight for the side of DogChamp and Wildcard. They've given up a lot here.
I don't like the fact that you play in the enemy woods like this. So I understand the fact that Lil Nick has this Axe, but Axe on Nature's Prophet is basically only good if you can go in and you really use the fact that you're rooting and you have people already going in for you. Yawar, it doesn't seem like he's too interested in joining fights, which I don't really blame him that much for it, and he's getting to farm top and push in the waves, but if you can bring all your heroes and you can't really take this fight in the enemy jungle, you need to be postured in like a nicer way where one guy breaks a smoke and the rest just farm. Because they're just fighting together and then giving them more than 1 kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, a mistake made here for sure. We'll see if they can kind of get it together. I mean, again, Yuma, second in net worth now on the Slark. Lil Nick still top of the net worth board on the Prophet, so he's having a good time, but, you know, it is still a POS 3 Prophet. It's not necessarily going to carry the game for you.
Yeah, it's not scaling into too much right now. Or sure, you do have this top net worth, but you're not the ones that are actually looking for the fight. His next item is going to be a Maelstrom. It's going to help him to, again, keep scaling. But it's not going to really help them fight. There's no BKB. Whereas for DogChamp, I like how they're moving. The heroes are coming together. They're going to have this global. Now they're even looking at Lil Nick down bottom.
Coil is there. That's your biggest net worth target. Pounds to lock him down. There's just no way out for Lil Nick. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, I love what DogChamp are doing, and they're using their heroes together in like a way nicer manner. I would also say that the draft is helping with that because, you know, kind of as I stated earlier, it's not easy for Wildcard to like go together and maybe see a play very clearly. But then if you know you have to farm, they need to protect each other in a better way. Like break a smoke for your Nature's Prophet with someone. As up top, Flea. He's going to take a beating for a bit.
A little bit. Pulverized, not going to be there. Is cancelled off, but he's still running. Oh, the Greaves do reach. They'll turn right back on Yuar. TP away, is it going to be making? No. Still, they'll turn. They do have now Sunlight, a bigger target here in the DP as the Global Silence does come out. Spirit Siphon's going as well. Sunlight,
there it is.
He's going to get pulverized, but they still lose the first life of the Wraith King as you are. He's in the middle of nowhere, still trying to get to Sunlight, but he's being kited around. He's gone. So is MSS, so is Sammy. They do at least find Flea, almost finding Sunlight as well, but Lil Nick, can he actually make it out? He's trying to hide in the tree line. It's not going to be enough. Still Yuma, disarms are there, but Lil Nick, I mean, no way. He goes down. 4 down for the price of 1. That's massive again for DogChamp.
Absolutely. They're stealing everything from you. They have Slark, they have Silencer, starting to steal all your stats. I mean, you can see how DP is just too tanky. It's in their own tower. They have Global, they have the Guardian Greaves, the Spirit Siphons. It just keeps them alive, and yeah, it doesn't matter if you deal so much damage when they just heal through all of it and then you end up dying with 2 of your 2 net worth cores. It's not the place to be.
It does not feel very good, that's for sure. And I believe an Ag's now coming out onto Yuma to make matters worse. There's just so much diving in for Sunlight. Like, props to Flea, who barely survived. Oh, yeah, he's not happy. I mean, can you blame him?
Nope, absolutely not. when you're dying there at like the enemy tier 1 at 18 minutes, it's like one of the most kind of worthless places to be, really, as they see a war.
Oh,
he has no
boy.
reincarnation.
No, they have a double damage here on RCY. You are... Oh, they missed the pounce. They won't be able to give the extra agi. Oh, they probably can. He's still armor toggling. It's actually quite impressive from UR, but it's not good enough.
Oh boy. This is...
No agi? Yeah, I noticed.
Same. This is not looking too good right now. Some back-to-back deaths as... I mean, I'll say it again. My bro is top net worth on Nature's Prophet, but they're not really getting to use it.
No. No, they're not. He's
Sadly.
just a bit of a gold sink right now.
Yeah. Feels like a top net worth alchemist who isn't really ready to fight. And I don't blame him too much. Maybe his item build could be different or whatever, but it just seems like they can't really sync up the heroes yet. At least he does get to kill the enemy top tier 1. And yeah, I mean, DogChamp, they are recovering on all the heroes needed.
Alone. Flea does make the jump in. Alone actually had little to no help around. It was only Sammy moving in, but there's MSS now. It's Arcane Rune going to be spotted. We'll save that for the puck. Wildcard now for the first time in this game behind in net worth compared to DogChamp. And this Lark's becoming a real concern. Like, you're at the point as Yuma where you can just jump in and jump out over and over again in these team fights, just constantly reset. Oh. Coil, Sammy gets caught. He's going to take the coil himself.
Stolen
does lock
coil.
a couple down, but it's a nice coil, but doesn't really make the difference.
Yeah, just to go back to the Wraith King, I'm not sure how much I like Yawar's itemization with the armlet into Radiance. I feel like it's going to be like too little too late. The Slark isn't going to care about it. Puck isn't going to care about it. DP is like too tanky. He's just going to tank through with his Greaves, with the Siphons, where I feel like your team needs you to have some Armlet Blink or Armlet Deso to even go together. I feel like all of Wildcard, they're just waiting for this one hero, and Alone might not be as lucky.
No, certainly not. He's been caught out. He will drop again. They do at least take Pulverize here for Sammy. Lil Nick hiding in the tree line, maybe could make some magic happen, but needs to make sure he doesn't die as they do continue starting to fight. Sammy is gone. Lil Nick has been spotted. They do at least find Bloody Nine here on the Silencer as Flea's trying to find a way out of this one. Lil Nick, Onslaught is out. Again, he does have to be somewhat cautious, you are. Or it doesn't seem
He's
like
trying.
they want to fight. Flea will go down. But RCY, he does jump in eventually. But it's only just jumping in, bit of damage, jump out. Seems like they didn't have sunlight there for the fight, so they don't want to continue.
Yeah, I do like their poke. They kind of keep the fight going. 2-for-2 trade, but they, once again, did get a core out of the wildcard lineup. Lil Nick is trying to get closer and closer to his BKB, but I don't see wildcard stopping the DogChamp heroes from playing the fights in the way they want to. If DP is going to run in, he's going to feel very good doing so. Yuma on Slark also is picking up the shard to... He can furthermore help his DP like in the fight. If they really try to burst someone down, he just drops the shard. So I feel like the next 1-2 fights are going to be really hard for wildcard.
Absolutely. Oh, mid lane, a bit of a group up here from Wildcard. Jump in, RCY. Oh, Sammy. That's rough. Just gets soloed in the mid lane.
It's just a freebie. Didn't even have to use coil. Just blink, Witchblade, couple of hits, a little bit of vision from the orb. It's all easy.
Very, very easy indeed. Now Yuma looking for an easy target himself. Though Nick and Flea, they'll exchange some tips here. Not sure why, but doesn't really matter anyway as Yuma.
Definitely does not. Just a couple of chuckles and smiles as Flea is close to his BKB, sacking himself his camp. Gonna be happy with that. And then, yeah, just another problem. You know, another hero that is gonna get in your face. You're gonna have to use a lot of right clicks, which you don't have too much right click damage in your team at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a Quasvex Invoker, a Maelstrom Aghanim's Nature's Prophet. Sure, he's gonna have a BKB, so you know, some okay damage, but Yawar with the Radiance, I've questioned it before. I'll feel like I've just gotta do it again. I don't think this item is giving them any timings whatsoever in this game.
No, I'm with you. I mean, it's coming out now, but I agree with what you're saying. Like, it doesn't feel like it's going to make any kind of difference here, apart from his own farm, maybe. But even then, it's like 24 minutes in almost. We'll see. Yuma's on the hunt.
Okay, they're smoking themselves as Yuma breaks it.
Okay, Yuma does break it, but he's more than happy to just jump in on his own. That's Depth Shroud being committed. Orb right the way through. They've got the Dream Call as well, right onto Yua, but it seems like they want the backside first. So Sammy, he's going to be the target of Yuma, and he does find one. Yua's trying his best to fight, but the problem is you're getting kited constantly. And now the first life of the reincarnation's gone, so they'll just pulverize Yua. He's already so darn low, and Sunlight just takes him out.
Oh god, Lil Nick's gonna die too.
Oh, that's massive for DogChamp. That's the thing with this Wraith King, like, even if you get up close, they just kite you.
The way that Wraith King and Nature's Prophet want to fight, they don't want to be gone on and then overwhelmed. They want to start on you, keep the fight going, make it easy for Nature's Prophet to TP in, but first of all, it's not easy to do against these heroes, and they're not in the right position. Like, if you look at DogChamp, they're just running you over. They have the Exo running. If they kill you once, I mean, they're gonna kill you twice. They also have the global.
Uh-oh.
Do we have another pause?
We do have another pause, MSS.
Quick pick. No, I can't even speak properly. I was about to say, click on alone. He's still here. His camera is working. He has not dropped yet. He is trying to get his BKB, which, once again, looking very cool. I like that.
We have a medical issue. Fair enough. Hopefully everything's okay.
Head bonk.
Head bonk indeed. Do you remember the time? That's a nice Forge Spirit. I haven't seen that one
It's
before.
a Forge Spirit? Yeah, okay.
I think so.
It is, yeah, you're right.
I've never seen that. It's like a Cthulhu kind of thing, right? Like an octopus.
Yeah, very demon-y one at that.
Do you remember? This is back in my day when I used to actually play Mid-Invoker. Because I used to actually be skilled onto this game.
Mm-hmm. A long time ago, yeah.
The time I stopped playing Invoker is when they made it so you did not summon 2 Forge Spirits.
When you just had one and you got the second one later. Or when you never had two and it came from the talent.
Yeah, no. Well, once the talent came in, where they gave you like one extra through a talent, I was like, nah, I'm done. That's it.
Then you just stopped playing? You were like, fuck this hero.
Yeah, I was done with it. Because I'm not good enough to be like a skilled Invoker player. All I had was Cold Snap, blinking Cold Snap Forge Spirit. That's all I had.
I remember. There was when I swapped to Dota at first, Invoker was the most interesting hero to me. So I played a lot. And then eventually, when I tried to actually get good at offlane, I just stopped playing it altogether. Yeah. Ever since then, I haven't touched it.
It really hasn't been like... it's been viable, but it never felt like it used to be.
Yeah, I feel like now, the Exort Invoker, it's been coming back a little bit, like over the last months.
Yeah.
When you can, squeeze in your more greedy hero, but back then, you could do your Yule's Meteor Deafening in Sunstrike combo and kill anyone, because it was a very noob-friendly combo.
It was. There's a very scaly Roshan.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a rough life, this bloke.
Sadly for him.
Yeah. There's his only friend, the Dragonfly. Well, what's Primal Beast doing? What's he up to down there?
He's just chilling. Just having a good time.
Taking a selfie. No. How do you feel about this Primal Beast hero? Like, I remember when it first came out, like after, what was it, Agslab?
Yeah.
And it became a hero, and I was like, I don't know about this one.
I mean, I don't think he looks very interesting.
Right.
In terms of the looks of the hero. And I feel like every new Dota hero, they have, let's see, what do they have? They have very high reach.
Yeah.
They can all escape.
Yep.
They all have stuns.
Yep.
They all have very high damage.
Yep.
And or slows.
Yeah. Don't forget the wave clear.
Don't forget the wave clear. True. Yeah, I mean, Primal Beast kills waves with like 2 of his spells kill entire waves.
Yeah.
His trample and his ult.
Yeah.
So that's already pretty good. I mean, Marcy at least doesn't have the wave clear. But she's got everything else. She's got all the numbers.
Right.
I mean, this hero got nerfed like, what, already 8 times in a row?
Yeah, it was pretty busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's not at their chair. Someone's getting banned.
That's what I keep saying. Like, why can't we have Gambler?
That's a Dota 1 hero that I don't know what it does. You spend gold and
What?
you just maybe insta-win. I didn't play Dota 1.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, get out of here.
We've got a young'un. Oh.
Yeah, I was playing League of Legends. Honestly, I wasn't.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I mean, we would have had to kick you right off the cast.
I know, I would have never had a job in this field ever. Imagine being a ex-League pro and coming to Dota. People would despise you.
Oh, I mean, you're not welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get out of here. Radiance complete, lowest on the fantasy score points. That kind of checks out to me.
Okay.
Lowest net worth hero has more fantasy points, yeah.
Shout out to the fantasy boys out there.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I mean, I don't think Nature's Prophet should be on the top, but I guess he has what? Good hero damage and good CS.
I mean, it's nice. He can just TP across the whole map and do everything, right? CS, yeah, okay. Net worth, kill score's okay. I don't understand fantasy very well. Like, I know there's fanatics.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Maybe there's 4 people tuning in right now that care.
Yeah, probably.
Like what, Knoxville, Nahaz, if you guys are watching, what up? But I don't care. Maybe Patrick cares about fantasy points. I don't know.
Maybe.
No, he doesn't.
Nah, hardly doubt it.
How long is this pause gonna be? 5 minutes plus?
Long enough for us to disconnect from the game, apparently.
Yep. I'll come back.
Very good. Welcome to NA, by the way, Kez. I know it's your first time.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
You know, it's the region that made me quit the game after I got kicked from Quincy. But
no.
Now I'm here casting. Maybe this is the one that's going to put the end to my casting career. You never know.
You never know.
I mean, something might just happen.
Let's hope not.
I might just call Lil Nick something else. Maybe that's the end of it all.
Don't do it. As
do
tempting as it is, don't do it, sir.
I know.
Oh, goodness me.
We have a courier check going on. 5 minutes left. Monka. Who's this pause even for? It's for Wildcard, right?
Yeah. Apparently there's a medical issue going on right now, so,
that's not good. Hopefully everything's okay.
That's what we hope for.
That's an interesting career. It looks more like I don't know, halfway monster, halfway Pokemon. I don't know what's going on.
Some of these couriers get real weeby.
They sure do.
Yeah. Not surprising we see it on DogChamp. I got that Amaterasu dog thing, by the way.
I know which one you mean because of the name, but not because of me knowing what... Oh, is it this one?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it looks cool. I can vibe with
that
this one.
That was in the... what was that game called for the Battle Pass? The...
Game called Battle Pass.
You know the one where...
it was some custom game that I never played.
No. You know the one where you got Arcanas? You had to roll and got Arcanas and you collected candies.
Yeah,
candy something, right? I did not get one Arcana. And I went through so many rolls.
I got one. I remember it. It's only because people told me you could actually do it, because I never checked that stuff.
I was so happy. I'm like, this is it. I get to finally win something after spinning the CM wheel for 2 billion times.
I once got an Arcana from the CM thingy thing on my stream.
You're kidding.
I'm not capping.
That's actually impossible.
I got SF. How's he doing that? Isn't this like... people kept doing this in my pubs. I feel like you need to script to do that. You can't do that with your own hands.
It's something.
Yeah. No, he's just really talented, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely an artist in real life. Go message him for commissions, guys. Very steady hand.
So back to my point. I got the damn dog.
Yes, you got the damn dog.
One Arcana. I spin so many times.
To be fair, dogs are definitely cooler than Arcanas.
I mean, yeah, we got the swag bag at least, I guess. Got an LC Arcana, that was good.
LC Arcana is pretty good. One of the better ones, in my opinion.
I mean, I already have the Rubik one. You know what I mean? It's like, I've already got the best one.
But did you unlock every spell?
Yes. Yes, I have.
We'll play.
It was a painful experience because I'm not a good Rubik player, but I have.
Wow, we're... Dang. Whoa. Just love the drawing.
It's mesmerizing. Very, very satisfying. How's he voice lining as well while he's doing that?
Okay. We're running out of time soon, sadly. So I hope we will be okay.
It's been a very unfortunate day for Wildcard. First game, one of your players disconnects, can't come back in time, and now there's a medical issue. Like this, this is just such an unfortunate day when it comes to Wildcard, considering how much is on the line for them to try and stay in Div 1. This is just almost like God's intervention. Just
maybe it seems like Gabe isn't sure whether you should stay here or not.
Oh, look at that, the poor creeps. There's one survivor.
He just wants to run down mid and die. Let it.
Speaking of running mid and dying, how was it playing with Quincy Crew back in the day?
Oh, one of my favorite memories. Thank you. I thought you were going to ask how was it playing with Quinn, because that actually was a very pleasant experience.
That's what I was implying.
Okay. I mean, Quinn is a very good teammate, a great player, and it shows now because he's in Gaming Gladiators.
Right.
But my experience with Quincy Crew, I'll do it short because we're back in the game. It was miserable. It was not great. As it tends to happen in Dota teams very often.
Right.
You don't... sometimes you don't hit your team. Sometimes, things don't match up well. It happens. Hopefully in this game, Wildcard can do a better job, but currently game's looking to get harder and harder.
Yeah. I must admit, when I first met Quinn, I expected something different, but he is actually a very sweet man.
Oh, he's great. He's
Yeah.
like a clown. He's a dog at the same. Like he's funny. He's lovable. He cares a lot. He's good at the game. He is like everything you would want.
He's a great guy.
Absolutely. We have a smoke up.
We do.
Radiance plus Marcy being smoked up. Let's see if the burn will come through. Sunlight is just kind of being chilling for now. Nothing happening. Just dodging some smokes.
Nothing happening indeed.
Oh, Armlet Radiance into BKB. I mean, this is just a tricorp item that makes me a little bit.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You with me?
I don't feel it.
We'll see what Papa Fear says after the game, if they do end up losing.
Yeah, I mean,
Wraith King specialist, I'm sure.
I can feel him steering through the wall right now.
I mean, at least I didn't pick Gyrocopter. I know he hates that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alone does have BKB. It just got here.
RCY is in as well. MSS going to pounce in, trying to go
Eventually he
on
might click it.
to the DP. Sunlight, he's still surviving with the Guiding Greaves as the BKB has been popped, but Alone's gone. MSS also gone. Well, he took his time, and now it's kind of costed Wildcard so much as they even still had the Dream Coil.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Bye-bye, you are. What can you do?
It's just not the places for them to be. Earlier it's the tier 1, you lose 3 heroes. Now you're close to the tier 2, you lose 3 heroes. Again, I mean, I need to just commend DogChamp for killing them there. But yeah, I mean, Wildcard are making quite a bit of mistakes. Perhaps, you know, the pause, they can play into it. You lose a little bit of focus. Whereas DogChamp, they dodge the smoke. They tank it up once again with Sunlight. He's like, yo, bros, anyone want to come for some free gold? Here you go.
Easy.
Easy setup.
I'll see why. Gonna find Sammy, and we've seen this one before.
Certainly have. Yeah, I do have a Tinker Ward to see him.
Sammy barely surviving on 100 HP, but now Yuma's here. Pouncing onto the Invoker. They still find Sammy anyway.
He did have Dusk? No. His
Alan's gonna be
BKB
alright.
was still on cooldown, so definitely had to be a little careful. And yeah, I mean, the networks just are definitely suffering on the Invoker and Wraith King. And again, like offlane Nature's Prophet, he's not, or at least not with this build, you can't just go ahead and carry the game yourself. Like when you go this first item Ags, you rely on pushing your team forward. But if your teammates aren't looking to fight, then it just doesn't work out at all.
You are. Oh, he's the big one. No reincarnate left either. He's still 45 seconds away. Pounce in. MSS also caught out. Gonna try to run, but Yuma just will not give up.
Just a little cheeky godlike. 28 minutes. Definitely
Hold
doing
on.
a nice job. 16 permanent Agi. Yeah. I mean, eventually Dire Team won't have any stats left.
Yeah, quite literally.
They've already lost 34 between their Int and Agi. So not too bad.
You reckon there should be a hero that's still strength? Like not strength gain like Pudge, but actual
Like
steal.
permanent.
Yeah, like permanent steal.
It's like a permanent decay.
Yeah,
Maybe it should be a Undying Talent, level 10.
that'd be pretty
Every time you decay them, they lose 8 strength.
permanently.
Yeah, that would be great. You'll get it in your next Dota hero.
That'd be amazing.
You can play your 5-man lineup where you just steal stats.
Thank you, Valve.
Thank you, Paul. Well, Shiva's completed. And yeah, I mean, it is just kind of sad when you are top net worth, but you feel like you can't do much. Obviously, this does tend to happen in Dota, either when you're outdrafted, or maybe you're getting outplayed a little bit, where the enemies can just kite you. But yeah, definitely not a super enjoyable game for Lil Nick at this moment, as DogChamp are just doing some very nice stuff. The itemization is good, the way they move around the map is good, the way they're team fighting. RCY, once again, also having a very good showing on this puck here.
Yuma. Oh, poor Sammy.
Free kill. Don't mind if I do. +1 Agi.
It's just that hard thing with playing +5 against Slark like this, as you are. I mean, this time he has Reincarnate, but it doesn't really make the difference, right? Like, you just get locked down like this. I mean, he's buying his tier 2 tower, so they could try to rotate and force a fight here, but everyone's already falling. BKB already forced out by Alone. Yua cannot survive the onslaught. Alone.
Oh, dusted.
Yeah, he's been caught as well.
+1 Agi.
+1 Agi indeed. Yuma now going really just out of control, and I mean, I don't want to ask the question, but when do you call it in a game like this? It's
Again, you might have someone who understands how to win this game. I would say it's hard. You're getting closer to, I feel like, having to rely on DogChamp to make mistakes. Of course, you want to try to stay in it as RCY. Oh.
That was close.
But I missed a TP out.
A pounce and the TP out was just in the nick of time.
But Lil Nick still being chased. Does have a Shadow Blade. There's a sentry on Yuma.
Oh, he's still here. But yeah, mid-tier 3 tower is just going down.
I mean, the only way Wildcard should stay in this game is if they're talking right now about how they can eventually win a fight. Because if you stay in a game, but you don't know how in the future you could ever win a fight, there's no need to really stay. You cannot win Dota without truly ever putting up like a fighting chance unless, okay, what, you're playing for ratting in a base race, which sure, you have Nature's Prophet, but let's face it, they still have like way too many towers alive for you to even think about that. So someone in Wildcard must have a read of when I get X item, we can take a fight with this condition, like smoking around, killing the supports. But for now, I'm not seeing it.
Neither am I. But they're holding on here, Wildcard. Group up once again from DogChamp down on the bottom side of the map. Lil Nick going to be spotted here by Yuma, and this time he might find it a bit more challenging to get away. He does have the BKB. He will go into the Shadow Blade. They have the Pulverize, though, to lock him down. Yuma picking up another. I mean, you've got the full Silver Edge up now on the Prophet, but he's got no buyback gold. And I mean, quite frankly, even with the Silver Edge up, I just don't see the difference it's going to make.
I mean, for now, with how DogChamp are moving around the map, they have a gem. So they'll continuously kill your vision because you're losing against a Slark currently. So your map is just going to keep shrinking. When you try to split push, they will be able to pick you off with the Primal, Puck, and Slark. So eventually, on item timings, you will have to fight them. Maybe it's this double BKB from the Wraith King and Marcy. But until then, DogChamp, they will just try to keep growing their lead with a 95% win probability. I do think it's somewhat accurate, maybe 97, 98. But we're in the right trajectory.
Here we go again, you are. Cannot escape the grasp of Human. The thing is, because you died, in fact, you won't even die twice. He does have buyback.
21k for now. Let's see. Looks like one Rax is gonna drop. Exo's still up for like another 7 seconds or so.
You're just giving so many stacks away to Yuma
BKB
constantly.
blink.
The Pulverize is out. Alone's gone. They have buybacks if they want to, but there are still outer towers left. So they will go back, claim the top and maybe the bottom tier 2 tower before they try to go high ground again here on the side of DogChamp, and you maybe even just go back for Roshan in a minute.
That's a full Abyssal Blade completed on Slark with 22 permanent Agi and 22 stacks of Essence Shift. So yeah, pretty strong on the little fishman. Also, of course, has the shard to protect his teammates. And a 25,000 gold lead. As Wildcard are smoking up, maybe going for some cheeky play, like what, dropping a ward behind. You have to be careful, as Slark has gems, so they would instantly see it if you drop a ward right now. Unless you drop it far behind.
I'll see why. Stun is out, they found the Slark. Yuma, he'd be a massive pick off if they can get him. Pulverize in the backside, Yuma still perfectly fine as the Sunstrike even lands, but Yuma is not dying. He'll pounce out and reset. Lil Nick in the meantime does kill off Sunlight. It's the best fight Wildcard have had so far, but they can't afford to go too far because Yuma is waiting in the trees for the perfect moment. They'll find Yawara again. Alone now the next target. But it seems like they will back off for a little bit. They won't go too far into this, I don't think. Though Yuma is still extremely healthy. And RCY is still giving him the space to kind of pounce in if he wants. Instead, they'll go after the tier 3.
Yeah, I mean, for now, they're just... I mean, I just like to see how their team fighting. With RCY, he's just going in, he knows he can give vision, hit a few times, go out. Yuma nearly ended up dying, but then disengages, waits like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, heals up a little bit, gets to go back into the fight as well. Second Rax claimed. And... okay, they're going for a Roche steal. Wait, honestly, I like it. If you just leave it, you're gonna lose for sure. Making this play, maybe you get yourself an Aegis, the shard for someone. Not only that, you get it yourself, but you also take it away from them. So, Let's see if this works out. I'm a fan of this play.
I mean, it's something. Sammy's going to die in the meantime.
He's making space. Space created.
Space created indeed. He'll even give the sorry over as this is happening. So Roshan does get stolen. Flea, oh, it's barely going to be set on Lil Nick. Alone trying to run towards the south. Lil Nick getting all the tips. Sunlight.
Berry, yes.
Of course, it's Sammy's idea.
That is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. At least I have some things to brag about and talk about. That's good.
I mean, he's kind of right there.
That is true. The coddle point, it's true. It's true.
He's speaking truths.
Facts are being dropped.
Oh, I love me a good Sammy boy moment.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 2 bottom tower.
I mean, we're about to play Knock Knock on your third Rax. Let's see how Wildcard react to that one.
But this is what this guy's like. It doesn't matter how much you beat him down. He's just...
That is true.
He didn't hear no bell.
He definitely did not. He probably never will. Okay, we're gonna sell some items to try and get to the BKB, but it still won't quite be enough. So we're just gonna follow the Wraith King for now. Maybe he can Radiance burn a creep to death.
Sunlight, the first target. RCY, though, already taking down Sammy in the back, and now they've caught Lil Nick.
It's okay, he has Aegis.
He does have Aegis, but he's going to lose it for basically nothing. The rest of his team is falling apart around him. The surround is there. Chaos Meteors to drop. Yuma being disarmed. He will back off for a little bit. They even found the reincarnation life. Is Lil Nick going to be pounced on once again? He's the big target. Global Silence is there. Onslaught right through. Yuma's got him. No buyback available. Wildcard might have to call it at this point. I don't think they've got the bodies anymore.
No. 2 on 5? Okay, what does Yawar need to do? I need Rubik to steal... that's not even a good spell he can steal.
Yeah.
Black Hole. Phase Shift, that's the one. He will kill everyone.
Coil is there.
RCY, Fountain Farming.
He certainly is. RCY, he'll take one for himself. And they are literally just trying to force a GG call. But Wildcard will not do it. They will force the Ancient to go down. No, never mind. They will do it. GG is called. They've had enough. And that'll be a 2-0 victory to the side of DogChamp. Of course, unfortunate circumstances for Wildcard throughout the series, but it happens. DogChamp still able to pull off the 2-0 victory.
They're just playing better. They just look like the...